Good afternoon. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to come and join you this morning as the first speaker. It's always a painful to any politician to have that opportunity because they wanted to hear others first, then make a point on that. Amongst those people who are intellectuals, visionaries, those people have background on academic side. I don't fit in. I'm not intellectual. I'm not a visionary individual. I'm not in any shape and form linked with any academic field. There's a very old saying, those who are from India will follow that easily, that somebody asked the question to somebody who was very informed legally and said, "Are you legally qualified?" His response was, "No, I'm not legally qualified, but I spend a lot of my time with the people who are legally qualified." So during my life, I have spent a lot of time with many friends who are linked with the educational academic side. I have shared thoughts with those people who are the visionaries, and I also listen to many who are the intellectuals in the society. So it means that when you are with them for many, many years, you take little bit of that. So that certainly I learned few things in my life, which I will say. As you might have seen on the board, that I'm a former British member of Parliament. I served, worked in the British politics, continues as an elected member at all levels for over 55 years. That is only my thing that I have done politics in this country at the different levels for over 55 years. That's where I had the opportunities to live with those people and learn from them. I'm not in that shape and form aware what should be I talking about. Given me was a life in public service, strengthening community, championing diversity, and global engagement. So it means that I have to give a little bit of my journey in my whole life to say that how I fit into those things. Those who are from India and understand the life of immigrants, that I'm originally born in India. I was just over 20 when I migrated to Britain as an economic migrant. I want to make it absolutely clear that I was the economic migrant where I came to this country to work, make more money, have a comfortable life for myself, my family, my parents, whoever I can support. That was when we left, or I left India, that was the mindset. Okay. Normal phrase is, and people will use, when I left, I had £5 in my pocket. Others will say had £3 in my pocket. Somebody will say I have £10. I always say absolutely true. I had no money, not a single pence of British currency. So I came, cut short that thing that well because of timing and a lot of other speakers after me. my first job in this country was a bus conductor. Those who have seen the old buses, on the buses series, they will know the role of the bus conductor. And you also saw the role of the bus conductor. So that was my first job. But those people who are in academic tree, intellectual, they will take, and I want you to go back late 60s, 70s, 80s. The social, political, and economic climate of it, full of racism. Every step you take, some kind of derogatory remarks paint. And I use the term which I'm politically aware is the black person on the street, which in my political terms, we are all blacks. You are always threatened one way or another. And if you look at the role of the bus conductor, you are liaising with the rich people will not travel by buses. Working class people will travel by bus and abuse the bus conductor because that is the weakest sector. A person they can attack on, criticize and say something without fear and take them. So I had, working as a bus conductor, experienced that. It's not for any propaganda purposes, that's written everywhere that if when I'm member of parliament, they say from a bus conductor to Westminster. So that's a route is known. So I'm not telling you something which I never had. And that's the time you have a choice. You are at that crossroad. Because you are an economic migrant, come here to make money or earn extra money. Which route you follow? You follow, you make money, you pay for overtime, second job, and then maybe a small business. That's if you look at corner shops, other shops owned by the then Asians or the black people. Then. Or are you going to take that abuse or join that movement which is going to fight for the rights of the disadvantaged groups in this country? With the support and help of like white, I chosen this route. That I wanted to join that movement which is going to fight for the rights of the disadvantaged groups in that. And I was not alone. There were other hundreds of my colleagues, then became colleagues, who joined it. That's a political journey start. So I missed the economic side, where my wife always say, I always wanted, and Dr. I've spoken to her, so he's aware that we want a big house, we should have a big car, we should have comfortable life, children should go to the private school, children should have that lifestyle, where I wanted to remain with the grassroots people. I wanted to be in touch. I wanted to go and listen to the people. And that's the journey starts. As a son of India, but now in this poetry of India, I'm no longer son of India. Because now I'm British citizen, British member of parliament until recently. Now I had become the British supporter of India, where I wanted India and British relationships. But as I grew in politics and in positions in politics, where I had the place to influence the decision making. I gone broader. I took part in the international and became the member of the International Development Committee, vice chair of the International Development Committee. Many global organizations in different social aspects. There was a write-up, somebody said that Virendra may not have taken up the popular issues or taken up the glamorous issues, but he has taken up the issues which directly related to the ordinary working class people, which includes the international students, spoken in the parliament, led the campaign to make the changes in the international health services. I led the debates in the parliament and the delegations to the other countries. So that is where I feel that as a member of parliament, I still use that.